In this tutorial, I'll show you how you can mask out rivers specifically for your color texturing. So to start with, let's click on Terrain and let's just select a mountain range. So left click to select the mountain range node, and in the properties, let's increase its height a bit. And now from the out sockets, we can drag out and we are going to search for rivers, of course. Now we've got our landscape created and ready for texturing. To texture it, I'm going to add a portal. So just click on rivers, select P, and when we've got the out socket, convert that to a portal. And now let's add a texture base. So beneath mountain range, right click, search for texture base, press P, and in the in socket, select that to connect to the portal, the rivers portal. And now we've got our texture base mask. We can drag it from the out socket and select set map. And let's make something a bit more green. Yep, number 120, so that's green. And the color palette I've used is 120, which is looking pretty good. Now then, we need a blue sat map for the rivers. So let's drag out from the texture base again, select sat map. In its properties, let's change it to blue. And then I've just selected 14. It doesn't matter too much. We can always change this if we don't like it in a bit. Now let's drag it from the out of the first sat map and then just place that into the second out, and it automatically adds a combine node. Now by default, this is going to be set to blend at 50% or 0.5. So it's just blending these two sat maps together. What we want is to be able to mask out the actual river area and apply the blue sat map only to that. So to do that, it's fairly straightforward, or very straightforward in fact. Click on rivers, right click, and in Gaea 2, we've actually got an option to see the different masks, and it's if you select show locked 2D viewport on the right hand side, we've got O, which is output. Beneath that we've got rivers, so click on rivers and we can see the river mask, and that R there, just to show you, is that rivers output. We've also got depth, just so we can jump straight to having gradients. I'm going to use the depth because it starts strong and then as they get smaller they kind of fade away, which is a more realistic natural look. So let's close that down. Let's drag out from depth, and we can use an adjust node. It's actually there by default, or you could just search for it, adjust. So this is not just for rivers. You can use this for creating masks in many different scenarios. If the node comes with an option for masking, you most of the time or all the time should be able to use the adjust node with it. In this case, we're just using it with the depth. So if you connect it to the depth, it won't automatically show a mask. What we need to do is make sure that adjust node is selected and then just click on auto level. And there you go. We can increase the strength. So push up the multiply a bit. It doesn't have to be too high. About 3.07 looks fine. Last thing I'm going to do is just rename this adjustment node. So right click on it, go to rename or press F2 and call this water mask. Okay, so now that we've renamed this node to river mask, we just need to create a portal so we can connect to it. So press P, and where it says convert to portal, select on out, and now we can connect to it via that portal. Now, let's select the combine, and the combine comes with this mask socket, which is just at the bottom here. So we can press P again, and where it says mask, select mask, and then select water mask. As you can see, straight away, we have got a mask where we have got the rivers, which are masked out and separate from the landscape. So we can tweak this a bit before we finish off. In the actual combine node where we've got the blend, we can take that up to 1, and that really, brings out the rivers. That might be too much. You might want to reduce it a little bit. And with that node selected, press F to force the preview. So I'm going to select this second sat map, which is our water, or is representing our water sat map. And now I can change it and I can still see what's happening with the combined nodes at the same time. So I'm just going to play around and look at a couple of other color palettes. That one there, so that's 65. Obviously, you can choose the color palette that best suits your landscape. Let's now just preview this in 4K. And it's looking really nice. It has just changed the size of the rivers, so I might just go back to the blend and then just increase that back to 1. Maybe that rivers are a bit bright now. Maybe I'll stick with 14. And to finish off, I go back to rivers. So this view is still full, so it's going to stay on that final view there. And the width, I'm just going to increase the width because it's in 4K now. It's going to take a little bit longer to load. There you go. But that is how you can mask out rivers in your landscapes. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions or even requests, please do leave them in the comment section.